I want to talk about this album that you came out. You recently came out with a compilation album a few months ago. Do you want to talk about that for a bit?
Well, the album is called Tropical House Cruises to Jamaica, the Reggae Collector's Edition. It's the third in my series of these compilation albums, where I put together some of the giant names in reggae, and we always try to use some of the biggest names also in other genres, and we also try to introduce new artists and new talent. And this edition included the baby, the rapper the baby.
Yeah.
He has a song here with the Locks, and we also have Capleton, we have Sizzler, we have Peter and Mojo Morgan on this album. We have Singing Melody, we have Kip Rich, we have Wayne Wonder, and we also have you know, some new talent on there. You know, we have Ed Sheeran's cousin Jethro Sheeran on there. We have Don Ute on there. And most importantly, the face of the project is the African artist Shatta Wale, and he is the face of the project. And he recently had a collab with Beyonce called Already. And so our marketing strategy for the album was to target Africa, because that's where Shatta Wale is from, and we wanted to emerge in a new market, you know, where reggae and dancehall is not really that prominent, but it's emerging, and the strategy worked for us. And he is actually from Ghana, and he has a new song now with Beyonce called Already, new song and video, and he is the face of the album. And we targeted Africa. That was our target market, Africa, as an emerging market in reggae and dancehall, and it worked for us. We were able to go to #1 in Ghana in all genres, you know. So big up to the people of Ghana, and we thank them for their support, you know, the Shatta movement.
So, why was Africa your target audience for this album?
Well, I'm good friends with Mojo Morgan from Morgan Heritage, and I watched how he basically got fed up of the, you know, Western market, and he and Morgan Heritage decided to go over there and to Africa and do some extensive work. And I learned from his experience, you know, because he kept sending me videos and so on, and saying, "Hey, this is you know, there's 1 billion people over here on this part of the world."
Yeah.
So I decided to try to take it a step further and incorporate other genres with reggae, you know, the Afrobeat and the hip hop, and
Yeah.
work for us.
What would you say is the best setting to probably listen to this album? Would it be probably on a cruise, or maybe just at a party or a club? What would you recommend someone in a setting for someone to listen to this album?
Well, it's like, you know, when you're home and you're gonna, you know, go on a task, or you're at work and you're gonna go on a task, you know, that requires, you know, a lot of your energy, you know, whether mentally or physically. This is the kind of album you can listen to get prepared, to get in the zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There must be a song on here that's gonna, you know, really jolt you and inspire you. This gets you in the zone to work, you know?
No, it's funny you mention it, because I mean, I listen to a lot of reggae music, and I mean, usually it's if I'm probably just on the beach or just hanging out, but I know specifically when it comes to dance hall music, which a lot, you mentioned a lot of musicians that are involved in the album, kind of makes me want to, like, I use it as my playlist when I work out or run or something like that.
Yes, yes. You know, music is very healing. It's very healing. and at the right time, that song hits you. It can fire you up. You know, sometimes I even listen to dancehall tracks. It might be gun lyrics, shoot 'em up lyrics, but I'm not really gonna shoot somebody literally,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna shoot up the place with some work.
Yeah.
So it still inspires me.
So what made you want to start these compilation albums in the first place?
Well, I'm inspired by Sly and Robbie, who I've seen do it over the years and win Grammys and get Grammy nominations. I live like 10 minutes from Chris Blackwell. He's at Golden Eye, and I live
Yeah.
about 10, 15 minutes away.
Wow.
I've been to his place over there at Golden Eye, and I met him a few times, and I'm inspired by his story as an executive producer.
Hmm.
So, Sly and Robbie, Chris Blackwell, they inspired me.
What's the, I guess, biggest lesson that you've learned from Chris Blackwell?
Well, Chris Blackwell is, if you look at what he did with Bob Marley, he basically took Bob Marley from the group and created this individual, created this sound, the concept behind him with this band. You have the horn section, you have the rock section, the roots rock reggae concept, and marketed it to the UK, and then throughout Europe and America. So that work, the brainchild, the marketing concept behind the great Bob Marley, that's something that people very rarely explore or think about. But I guess because he lives down the street, I see the success he's had, it inspires me.
He's a legend, and I mean, I'm sure he's a wealth of knowledge to sponge from. But yeah, and Golden Eye must be a beautiful place because I mean, I've obviously heard of it, and being a James Bond fan myself, I would love to actually visit Golden Eye.
Yeah, well, you can fly into the Ian Fleming Airport. It's a private airport, maybe 5 minutes from his property, and then they'll drive you down there, and you can interview him like you're interviewing me. So
Yeah. No, I would love to do that. That's not a bad idea.
Set it up. He's 80 something, so hey, you need to do it soon.
Yeah, I gotta hurry up. Well, I want to ask a little bit about you and your background. You were mentioning it earlier before, but I mean, obviously, you have a lot of experience and you have a lot of interesting experience to share with other people. So, what got you interested in just being a music producer in the first place?
So, I studied political science. So, because I was a writer, I used to write poetry and so on. And then I studied political science. I started to, of course, get into conscious music, and from there, I wanted to make an impact. I feel like reggae music has done so much for me, not only to provide an income, formally and informally, and it also has done so much for my life in terms of guided me through a healing process, that I wanted to put out music that could actually have an impact, a positive impact on people. I'm not a purist where, I only have purist songs. There's some gangster songs out there, but not in a literal way, just in a way where, it's not done by real gangsters. It's just done by poets.
Yeah. what are some reggae musicians that you like to listen to?
Well, you know, I'm someone I like music that has passion. So I used to listen to my dad's records.
Hmm.
He had culture, you know, Joseph Hill.